Let's be honest, if there's one face we've come to rely on for warmth, wit, and genuine honesty on daytime telly, it's Ruth Langsford. For over 30 years, she's been a staple in our living rooms, feeling less like a distant celebrity and more like that sensible, fun friend you have a coffee with every morning. But recent news from ITV has sent shockwaves through the fanbase, leaving many of us asking a heartbreaking question: is Ruth's time on our screens running out? In a brutally honest and exclusive admission, the Loose Women star has hinted that her future might not be entirely in her own hands. It's a stark reminder that even the most beloved stars aren't immune to the harsh realities of industry cuts. Here's the deep dive into what's happening at ITV, what Ruth really thinks about it, and why this television icon isn't ready to hang up her microphone just yet. The bombshell: ITV's massive shakeup. Before we get to Ruth's touching words, we need to look at the sheer scale of what's happening at ITV. It's not just a little tweak to the schedule. It's a seismic shift that is going to change the face of daytime TV as we know it. ITV has confirmed a major restructuring plan that is set to axe more than 220 jobs. That's hundreds of talented people, both in front of and behind the camera, facing uncertainty. But for us viewers, the cuts are going to be visibly obvious on our screens. The shows we know and love are being drastically scaled back. Loose Women, the beloved panel show, where Ruth is a trusted anchor, is set to be reduced from airing 52 weeks a year down to just 30 weeks. That's nearly half the year without our daily dose of debate and laughter. Lorraine Kelly's flagship show isn't safe either. It's also being cut to 30 weeks a year, and perhaps even more shockingly, reduced from its usual hour-long slot to just 30 minutes. It's a bitter pill to swallow for loyal fans who structure their mornings around these familiar faces. Ruth's heartbreaking honesty: I don't decide. What makes Ruth Langsford so special is her refusal to sugarcoat reality. While other stars might give pre-rehearsed PR statements about exciting new opportunities, Ruth keeps it real. In an exclusive chat, she opened up about this precarious position, reminding us all just how vulnerable a career in television actually is. "I never have a plan because I don't decide if I work or not," Ruth confessed. Read that again. It's a startling admission from someone who has dedicated 3 decades to the industry. It completely dismantles the myth that big stars have total control over their destiny. Just like many of us facing uncertainties in our own jobs, Ruth is at the mercy of the powers that be. She continued with a sentiment that is both humble and a little sad. "I think people should know by now what I'm good at, what I do, 30-odd years of doing it, so I'm always open to suggestion." It almost sounds like she has to re-audition for a job she's already mastered, doesn't it? After 30 years of proving her worth, it's heartbreaking to think she still feels she needs to wait for suggestions rather than being able to dictate her own terms. Refusing to slow down at 65. If you think this uncertainty is going to push Ruth into a quiet retirement, think again. Turning 65 earlier this year might be a signal for some to slow down, grab a bus pass, and take it easy. But Ruth Langsford, she's just getting started. Despite the looming cuts at ITV, she remains defiantly passionate about her career. She insisted that she isn't going to be retiring anytime soon. "I've done all sorts of things, obviously, outside ITV as well. And I love working. I've no plans to retire anytime soon." This is the fighting spirit we love her for. It's an incredibly empowering message, especially for mature women in the workforce who often feel overlooked. Ruth is proving that age is just a number and that passion for your craft doesn't have an expiration date. The silver lining: her unexpected second act at QVC. While the clouds might be gathering over ITV, Ruth is shining brighter than ever elsewhere. If you haven't checked out her fashion line on QVC, you are missing out on a massive part of her success story. It turns out, her Plan B has become a spectacular Plan A. Opening up about her journey with the shopping channel, Ruth revealed it was a totally unexpected twist in her career tale. "QVC came to me kind of left field," she admitted. "I didn't see it coming. I've never looked for it. I never saw myself as any kind of fashionista at all." Isn't that relatable? Sometimes the best things in life are the ones we never planned for. 7 years later, her range is a massive hit, proving that she has an incredible connection with women who want to look good and feel comfortable without fuss. She even branded QVC "one of the nicest places I've worked." in what some might read as a subtle contrast to the current turbulent atmosphere at ITV. It's clear she values a supportive work environment, something we all deserve. The corporate explanation: why is this happening? So, why is ITV doing this to our favorite shows? According to Kevin Ligo, the managing director of ITV's Media and Entertainment Division, it's all about consolidating and reinvesting. He told the BBC, "Daytime is a really important part of what we do, and these scheduling and production changes will enable us to continue to deliver a schedule providing viewers with the news, debate and discussion they love from the presenters they know and trust, as well as generating savings, which will allow us to reinvest across the program budget in other genres." He also mentioned expanding news output, stating viewers need accurate, unbiased news coverage more than ever. While we can all agree that good news coverage is vital, does it have to come at the expense of the warm, human connection shows like Loose Women provide? What we stand to lose. Ruth's situation highlights a bigger issue. When networks cut these softer daytime shows, they aren't just cutting costs, they are cutting community. For many people, stay-at-home parents, retirees, those working from home, presenters like Ruth are daily companions. They provide comfort, laughter, and a sense of belonging. Reducing Loose Women to just 30 weeks a year leaves a massive void in that daily routine. Ruth Langsford has given us her honesty, her humor, and her vulnerability for decades. As she faces this uncertain future with grace and resilience, one thing is certain: whether it's on ITV, TVC, or wherever she lands next, her loyal audience will follow. We're rooting for you, Ruth. What are your thoughts on the ITV cuts? Will you miss seeing Loose Women all year round? Let us know in the comments.